Recently, there's been a lot of conversation on the music teacher Facebook pages and on the music ed Reddit about how we incorporate music for the students that not just have IEPs, but that are truly very low. And I approach it that whatever level they're at, I want them to experience making music. So if we're doing a song and we're shaking a shaker and I have a student that can't grip, I'll get something that's like a wristband with some little jingle bells on it from Christmas. And if they just jolt their body, it'll shake. And I do have quite a few students that are hand over hand, and they don't really do much unless the person does it with them. But it allows it to physically be a part of their body. So they might not play a xylophone, and boom whacker is very complicated for them. But if you have something like this, the slightest shake makes your noise. So these are color-coded handbells. They are not meant to be played this way because they are spring-loaded. And I prefer using them for harmonies, not for melodies. So if I have this student shaking a D, and this student shaking the B, and this student shaking the G, all my music teachers will be like, oh, we're making the G chord. And as long as I point to them, those people play the G chord. Let me switch my camera. So I like to line up the class along the three walls, and I make each wall a chord. So here I have the bells needed for the C chord, the bells needed for the F chord, and the bells needed for the G chord. If I wanted a G7 chord, I would simply add an F to it. If I wanted the C7 chord, I would add a B flat. If I wanted the F7 chord, I would add an E flat. On the series I have, the flat handles are black, makes it real easy to see at a distance. So all these students will now get to participate. Not only do they not need to read music, they don't need to have a technique of hitting an individual note. It's literally just make a shake. So when I point to this wall, we hear the C chord. Stop them, point to this wall, we will hear the F chord. Stop them, point to this wall, we'll hear the G7 chord. Stop them, point back to this wall, and we go back to the tonic. Go back to our C chord. So we can practice patterns. We can maybe add a drum beat from one that I pre-record, or maybe play along with a track, and then we have the harmony being played. Options include singing the melody on top of that, playing along with the pre-recorded melody, teacher playing the melody on a different instrument, or if you have a mixed class, having a more advanced student or a regular ed student play the melody on some other instrument while other students play the harmony using the color-coded bells. So that's just one of many things that I do to work with the severe and profound, the self-contained, the hand-on-hand, however you choose to say it, whatever state you live in, whatever decade you were trained in, trying to find a way to make every student have that experience of creating music. I hope this helps.